Hello, warrior. My name is Lawrence Stone, and I'm the basic trainer, and I want to establish rhythm to your vision. Thank you once again for subscribing to this email and tuning into this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with other people so we can all establish a better rhythm to our vision. Today's lesson or course, whatever you want to call it, is on elevating our value, how to increase our value. Okay. This is an important lesson because we all deal with negative self-talk. I refer to it as the shoulder devil. I mean, the devil's there trying to keep us down, trying to hold us back, keeping us from progressing. And that shoulder devil is constantly there. You're not smart enough. No one's going to listen to you. Everyone's going to laugh at you. You're not pretty enough. You can't do it. We all deal with this negative self-talk. And the problem is if we're not countering that negative self-talk and we're just letting it happen and letting it continue to grow and fester and infect our lives, it moves into our subconscious. And our subconscious starts to devalue how we see ourselves. There's a lesson I was thinking about for a while now, and I've recently been doing some studying, and I'm working with different programs as I'm creating my content, my courses, and my development. And one of the programs that I'm heavy into right now and I'm absolutely loving is John Maxwell, because I want to train leadership and I want to train people and I want to help businesses grow. And when you're looking at leadership, John Maxwell's literally written the books, volumes on it. And anyone who's familiar with him loves his content. Well, the content I'm focusing on right now, and I'm building curriculums and I'm doing some trainings and some masterminds around, is the 15 invaluable laws of growth. And law number 3 is referred to as the law of the mirror. And it's basically, when you look in the mirror, how do you see yourself? Do you consider yourself someone who has value? Someone who's worth paying attention to? Someone who's worth working with? Or do you see yourself as someone who is timid and can't do things? And I guess you can be timid and still do things, but you get the idea. You want to hide from other people because you don't see your value. John Maxwell, Dr. Maxwell has said, if you place a small value on yourself, rest assured that the world will not raise the price. Okay, I'm going to say that again. If you place a small value on yourself, rest assured that the world will not raise the price. And we know this when we're not feeling value in ourselves and we're around other people, we believe that those other people don't see value in us as well. And the interesting thing about that is our subconscious says, well, yeah, clearly they don't see value in us, but just to be sure, something's going to happen, and something happens, and we'll look foolish in front of them. I'm not saying that happens every time, but I bet that's happened to you at least once in your life, where you felt like you had no value, and then you did something to prove to the people around you that you didn't have value and why they shouldn't listen to you. It happens because we've trained our subconscious, I don't have value, so we need to prove to everyone else I don't have value. You need to stop believing it. It's not true. You do have value. Don't be afraid of doing something great. And I know it's easier said than done, but we're going to talk about how to help you elevate your value, your self-worth. Okay, now story time. I was attending a growth seminar recently, and the moderator was talking about how everybody in the world has limitless potential to do great things. I've heard this my whole life, that people have the capacity to do great things and no one is excluded from that. And then it hit me, just kind of blindsided me. If I truly believe that everyone in the world has limitless potential to do great things, then I need to not exclude myself from having that potential. I'm going to say it again. If I believe that everyone in this world has limitless potential to do great things, then I need to not exclude myself from having that potential. Hopefully that's an aha moment for some of you, because so easily most of us sit back there and we'll say, yeah, I believe that people in this world have limitless potential to do great things. I believe everyone around me does. You, madam, have limitless potential to do great things. I just wish I had that limitless potential to do great things. Then she's over there thinking, yes, I also believe that everyone in the world has limitless potential. You, sir, have limitless potential to do great things. I just wish I had that potential to do great things. And it's amazing how people all around us can believe how great we are, and then we can't believe it. And really the only thing that's stopping us from being great is the fact that we choose not to believe that we can be great. That if we would just turn around and say, yes, I can be great, then we can do great things. But we stop ourselves. So I had to learn how to deal with this negative self-talk, because even though coming to that realization, there's still that negative self-talk like, no, you can't do great things. He's talking about everyone else, not you. You're not smart enough. You're not pretty enough. You're not good enough. Da, 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 da. Yeah, you may read or listen to a couple dozen books a year, but you don't do enough. No one's going to listen to you. They're all going to laugh at you. So I have to deal with those thoughts too. Starting a new business, finances and how much to charge and things like that are always a big concern. And so I get to a point where I want to raise my price. And the shoulder devil's like, no one's going to hire you if you raise your price. I can't believe you're getting anybody to hire you now. Don't do it. You're not worth it. Another coach I'm working with is a man by the name of Kirk Duncan and his team, the 3 Key Elements. They're fantastic people. And Kirk tells a story about trying to increase his value. And he wrote down a sentence talking about how much he makes and how much he deposits in certified funds. And he went and found a track, and he walked around that track repeating that phrase over and over again. And he said, people gave me funny looks and probably thought I was crazy, but I did it anyways. I didn't care. And a few days down the road, all of a sudden he found out what he needed to do to get what he was looking for. He had retrained his subconscious to believe this, and his subconscious taught him how to get there. And it wasn't anyone came and told him how to do it. He figured it out because he retrained his subconscious, and the subconscious says, yeah, this is who you are. So here's how we get you to that point. So in another lesson, Kirk had his audience members, one by one, it was a small crowd, stand up and say, my name is so-and-so, and I'm worth $500 an hour. And I was thinking about that lesson. And I printed off a paper that I put over here. It's just to the right of me. You can't see it on the camera right now. That's sitting above a mirror because I want to look at the mirror as I'm valuing myself. And it says, my name is blank and I'm worth $500 an hour. That way, anyone who comes into my office can do the same thing. But I look in the mirror and I read this sentence over and over again. My name is Lawrence Stone and I'm worth $500 an hour. And because walking worked for Kurt, why can't it work for me? So once a week, I go out on what I call my focus walk. And I walk 20 to 30 minutes, sometimes more, but 20 to 30 minutes. And over I repeat whatever phrase I need to counter what that shoulder devil is telling me. I am worth $500 an hour. My name is Lawrence Stone, and I am worth $500 an hour. I did this earlier this week, actually. In fact, I'm at the point again where I want to raise my prices. But that shoulder devil comes in and says, don't raise your prices. No one's going to pay that. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I hemmed and I hawed and I debated and I go back and forth. And this isn't the first time this has happened. Every time I raise my price, it's the same thing. So I went out on my walk. My name is Lawrence Stone, and I'm worth $500 an hour. And I came back from my walk on Tuesday, and I was like, guess who just raised his prices? Yes, I did. Because I'm worth it, and I have value, and I'm elevating my value. I'm not up to $500 an hour yet, but I'm getting there, and I'm working towards it. And you will see me there one day. because I am teaching my subconscious to elevate my value. And sometimes when I'm elevating my value, it's like, well, you can't charge that because your curriculum's not good enough, your words aren't good enough. And so I go out and I remind myself, yes, it is. Because people are still signing up for my services. People still want me to coach them. People still want me to have them. So clearly, they do have value. It's just this stupid shoulder devil that I just need to knock off and tell my subconscious, stop listening to him. And when my subconscious is like, yeah, you're right. Your words do have value. Your curriculum does have value. You can raise your price. So here's your assignment. Here's what you're going to do. Before you go on your walk, I need you to sit down with a pen and a paper, and you're going to write down the story that your shoulder devil is telling you. That way, rather than having it filter through your brain and into your subconscious, it's just going down to your hand and onto this piece of paper. Okay, we're trying to keep it away from your subconscious. And we're transferring the story onto this piece of paper. And just start off with, I feel blank because of blank. I feel sad because I'm starting this new business and I'll never make enough money to provide for my family. I feel discouraged because I'm not pretty enough and nobody will ever love me. I feel undervalued because I got passed up for this promotion. I mean, and I'll never get the promotion because I'm not good enough. Well, whatever it is, okay? You're going to record that story. Could be just a couple of sentences, could be a couple of pages. Don't go longer than a couple of pages at this point because it can be emotionally draining sometimes putting the story down. But if it takes up to a couple of pages, it takes up to a couple of pages, and that's okay. And when you're done, you take it out of your notebook and you destroy it. You can rip it to shreds. You can throw it in the shredder. I personally like to burn mine. I think it's a little more entertaining. But what that does is now you're training your subconscious to say, oh, we just destroyed what the shoulder devil is telling us, probably because we shouldn't be paying attention to it. And already you've started to retrain your subconscious. Then you're going to go back to your notebook and you're going to write one sentence. And that sentence is a sentence to counteract everything you were just writing down that your shoulder devil was telling you. You know, if your shoulder devil was telling you your business is never going to succeed and your family's going to starve to death, you write down something to the effect of, I run a successful business that empowers my family and my employees. You know, something along those lines, or provides for the needs of my family. If it's about, I will never be loved because I'm not pretty enough or whatever, then I am a beautiful, loving human being who has found love as people are attracted to them, or something along those lines. Whatever it is you want to be. And when we write it, we don't say, I hope to one day be, and I desire to be able to accomplish this, and hopefully this will happen. No, it's, this is who I am. Even if you're not there now, or you don't believe that you're there now, you write it out as a statement of fact. And you're training your subconscious to say, this is who I am, and your subconscious all of a sudden will start believing you instead of the shoulder devil and be like, yeah, this is who you are. We just need to make some adjustments. Here's your next step to get, because we're obviously not in the right place. We need to get over here, and I'm going to show you how to get there. Your subconscious wants you to become who you tell yourself you're going to be. And if you're not telling yourself to be anything, your subconscious is going to become whoever your shoulder devil tells you to be. So once you have that sentence, go out, find a pathway, a trail, wherever you want to walk. 20 to 30 minutes. Doesn't have to be very long. And if you can't walk for a long period of time, find a place with benches where you can sit down and reflect and meditate. But the important thing is you're saying out loud this sentence to confirm who you are to your subconscious and train your subconscious to be that person. And by doing that, you will establish a rhythm to your vision. Just watch what happens. It's going to be awesome.